Good afternoon, wherever you might be tuning in from. Thank you so much for joining us today. We know you're busy, and I gotta promise you, this is so worth it. You are gonna have such a great inside view today after this webinar, hearing from the most amazing properties. The Orlando World Center Marriott is here with us today, and the Renaissance SeaWorld, who I've never had a pleasure of presenting with yet. And I'm going to introduce these fine white blazer ladies in just a moment. But I would just like to say a few little quick notes and also say hi to all the peeps tuning in from Facebook. So thanks for tuning in and make sure you share your email on Facebook with us so we know you're tuning in because I'm going to tell you a little bit later. We're starting the sweepstakes, so anyone who watches our webinars live is going to enter to win. So I'll tell you about that later. I want to focus right now on Orlando, and I want to hear where all of you are tuning in from. I want to know if you're already certified agents, and I want to welcome you. It's Sabrina with Bold Agent, and it's a beautiful day. I'm going to introduce my friend and colleague Sarah first. Sarah Garay is a senior leisure sales executive with the Orlando World Center Marriott. How are you, Sarah?
Hi, Sabrina. Thank you so much for having us. We're very excited to be here. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate your time, and we hope you get a lot of information from Orlando.
Okay, and let's give her a warm welcome, guys. She's brand new with this property, the Orlando World Center Marriott. So I'm really excited. She's going to be doing amazing things. And look at that. Look at the spoiled reactions we have. We have a wonderful and engaging crowd here. You're going to get to know them. Sarah, you've already been with us before, but Melissa, I know this is also your first time. We love hearing from you agents. We love seeing your reactions. So thank you for the warm welcome. And the Orlando World Center is an amazing supplier partner of ours here again with us in Q4. So we're very excited for all the great things to come. And they're experts at spoiling. So we're so happy. They're so nice that they invited someone else to share their webinar space. And that today is the Renaissance SeaWorld. And we have Melissa Grzybowski, who's the Senior Sales Executive with the Renaissance SeaWorld in Orlando. How are you, Melissa?
Hello, Sabrina. I am so good. And thank you to Sarah and Sabrina for inviting me. I'm so excited to showcase our property to you agents, and I'm just so happy to be here. So thank you so much.
Okay, if this isn't a powerhouse team right here with these two, I don't know what is. You spoiled agents are in for a treat. So without further ado, I'm going to get started. Of course, this is recorded. So if you need to come back to refer to it, by all means, you'll be able to do so. And I think you're going to be starting for us, right, Sarah? So I'll let you take it away.
That's right. Thank you so much. We're very excited, and let's get ball rolling. So I hope everyone can see my screen well.
It looks just perfect.
Perfect. So once again, welcome everyone. Welcome to our world. As Sabrina mentioned, we are the World Center Marriott. And let's talk a little bit about this beautiful property. So where are we located? Before we start, do you know this is the largest hotel in the entire world with Marriott? Yes, we are. We are the largest hotel standing building with over 2,000 guest rooms, with one tower dedicated for all of you, our agents, our leisure travelers. So, just to give a little bit of perspective, where we are located, we are right here on this blue star, right in the Lake Buena Vista area, a couple of miles away from Disney parks, and a little bit farther down from Epic Universe, our brand new theme park with Universal. Also, just 1.5 miles away from the premium violin outlets. We love to shop over here. So, and then furthermore, a little bit more of shopping around us. What it else to do around us? Well, we also have Disney Springs, the Icon Park, and also for those of you that do not know, Orlando offers a great treat that is the iRide trolley. We're stop number 34 at the Premium Violin Outlets that gives you a run that takes you around all iDrive areas. So very easy access to more things to do. Or also if you don't want to go anywhere, you can just stay right here because there's a lot to see and do. So as I mentioned, we are the largest hotel. And when you come in, you get to this massive mezzanine level, your lobby level. Here's where you're gonna have a great drink, some sushi in the evening, your giant elevators, right? Glass elevators that go all the way top to the 28th floor to see all what Orlando has to offer. Moving along, we just finished a multi-million dollar renovation with our redesigned guest rooms. So these are our standard guest rooms. We have a queen configuration with balconies overlooking our water park or overlooking the golf course. And we also have our king bedrooms also with balconies. One cool good tip about our hotel, all our rooms have balconies. So you will always have some sort of view, some sort of light, and they're full balconies. So you can stretch, you can go out. It can also be a little mini playground for the little kiddos. Moving along, we also have a variety of suites. We have our governor suite, ambassador suite, fairway suite, and promenade suite, just to name a few. My favorite suite of all is the one that can give you more for your dollar. The promenade suite, it's a great option for those families where they can have a queen configuration, an extended living room space with a sofa bed leading into a full-size independent entrance balcony. That's right, you have your own entrance leading all the way from the mini golf course. Yes, we have two golf courses, one for adults and one for the minis. So just a little bit of more information on what we have. So this is a great suite for those families that want to spend a little more time, but we also don't want to overspend on the stay that can give you a comfortable space. All of these suites configurations are available for you to book through our portal. If you have more family, grandpa, uncles, whoever decides to join the party, the governor suite and the ambassador suite are great options. They have connecting rooms to a living room space with a dining room set, additional bathrooms, and obviously a double balcony. No matter where you're staying, in either a standard king, a standard queen, a suite, from the third floor and above, you will always have a view of something. You get to enjoy the fireworks from Disney, our own fireworks, the drone show from Universal. Due to our strategic location, we get the view of all Orlando. In our brand new room, this is my favorite room for the families and kids. We have a bunk bed room. Who doesn't like a bunk bed, right? So you have a king bed with a double bunk bed room next to it to an additional suite space that it has a sofa bed, that it is also a living room space, an additional kitchenette area. So all of this is a great room for also all those families, right? That we can accommodate everyone in a space, don't feel that we are also cramped in one area, and the kids will enjoy the bunk bed room. As you can also mention, all our TVs have the new technology. You can get your Netflix, you can get your YouTube, you can get your Pandora, your Spotify, you name it, YouTube TV, whichever of your any of your streaming services you will prefer. We all have that. So once we know where we sleep, where do we eat? Well, we are the largest hotel, so we have over 10 restaurants on site. And that's right. Let's start with a fun restaurant. One of my favorite restaurants, Mikado. This is more of an entertainment restaurant where we are cooking with the chef. We are, seeing how he's chopping vegetables and playing with the egg. This is more of a teppanyaki style where you can have more of an entertaining dining experience. Moving along, we have latitude and longitude. Here is where you, or better known as L&L. Here we're gonna have breakfast and lunches available, a full breakfast buffet, and yes, we do have Mickey waffles as well. Everyone gets a Mickey waffle. A variety of all juices, milks type, you name it, chef on site, and everything is baked here. So the bake of the day, you have your croissants, you can have an English muffin, everything is done on site. A little bit of a higher style dining, I would say Zero, which is our steakhouse with an Italian flair. Beautiful area dining, and this is all located in our main level, the lobby. Moving along, well, we love the pool, so we have pool bar and grill. Over here, you're gonna have quick bites, the chicken fingers, an ahi poke bowl. you name it. Honestly, my favorite is the chicken fingers. They're really, really good. And they are all right there by our main Oasis pool. Also, we have our very own high velocity sports bar, over 25 screens and over 20 beers on tap. There's not a bad seat in the house, so everyone can watch the game. Everyone can understand. I see a lot of dads and grandpas and uncles at this place. It's a high commodity over there. And of course, like I mentioned, our sushi bar located in the main level. So now that we know where we're eating, what else is there to do? Well, we have a quick bite section. We love this. It's a wall-to-wall area, and it's called the Central Pantry. The Central Pantry, you can go from, and I love this because it's a like a big supermarket, right? You go from having beer on tap, wine on tap. You can get a cup of wine, maybe some fries, a burger, a froyo, and maybe a bottle of water at the end, right? Our price point here for full meal for one person around $13 to $15. Quick bites had items available as well. So a lot of people like to come over to Central Pantry. They stock up, put it on your backpack, and head to the park, saving a little bit on the dollar, and it's still a quick good meal for you. We have a Starbucks on site, serving all your kinds. And then one of my favorite spots, the cargo bar, located right next to our lazy river, serving quick bites and drinks. So you're floating around with your drink and you can get a quick refill around it. Of course, also we have our a la carte items for if you just want to stay in your room. You can also have in-room dining. So where do we have fun? Here at the World Center, we have one of the largest pool oases in the world. It is a two-floor pool. And when I say this, yes, there are 2 floors of water here. Our main pool is zero entry, over 9 gallons of water that goes all the way around through Cabana Bay area, where you're going to have options to have cabanas, premium seating. And in the second floor, is the fun area for the kiddos. Yes, their own private pool with slides, with a padded floor for the kids to enjoy and have slides of water coming down, and then the parents can also be down. It is all connected, it's all around. We have 2 slides also on this side of the area of the water, and it is our high velocity slides. It is a one that is designed as the same slide that was designed for the Bahamas resort. So lots of fun and it's a lot of thrill and it goes down and you have great. So as we move along, we have our own water park. Yes, we have 3 slides and we have multi-rider slides here that lead into the lazy river. I love this area for families because I'm more of a floater, so I'll float around and I'll let my cousins enjoy the slides and then get me a drink from the cargo bar. So 2 options always available for families to enjoy. If you want to go to the resort, you do the water park, or you want to stay at the Fools, at the Pole Fools Oasis, both options, and it is all included in your rate. No need for additional fees here. What else is there to do? Well, we have our spa and fitness center 24 hours. Our brand new fitness center just opened up over a month ago with a full renovation of new machinery. I'm not a fitness person, not gonna lie. I'll use the fitness center maybe, but for those people that love to work out in their vacation, there's a great spot for them. And our spa offering manicures, pedicures, and all the treatments available from facials, massages, you name it. But there's more. Because, of course, we're such big. What else is there to do? Well, for those golf lovers, we have a PGA certified golf course. This is something, a good tidbit knowledge to know. Here is where the Arnold Palmer National Invitational takes place. Mr. Palmer is here every year, every March, to play at our golf course. So Cox Landing is a wonderful place for those golf lovers, and it's also a beautiful place to have wonderful views of the sunset. It's one of my favorite spots to do that. Yes, we offer shuttle service, even though we are not a good neighbor hotel with Disney. We have our own shuttle service. We run on Disney's schedule 1 hour prior to opening and 1 hour after closing for all Disney parks and Disney Springs. This is something that you can arrange through a QR code. You just scan, make a reservation, and the transportation will be available for you and your family. I always say Disney has characters. We have our own character, and that is Mingo, the flamingo. Mingo is around the property, playing with kids, making fun, and we have a floating moment with Mingo. All the flamingo floats all over the Oasis pool. We do little competitions there. Who's gonna get faster there? So Mingo goes around doing outdoor activities, making her own slime, making painting, unit. There are so many things. So one thing that I want to share is we have a full recreation team on site. They prepare a calendar of activities on a daily basis. Rain or shine, there's always something to do at this property. It is given to you at the moment of checking in, and you can also find it out in our website, the event calendar official. There's always an activity for everyone, and make sure you get a selfie with Mingo because he is adorable. Like I said, also we have a mini golf course for the kids and also for the adults. You may not be a pro like Mr. Palmer in the big golf course, but we can always play at the mini golf course that we have available, and it's right to the water park area. And yes, we also have our own animal encounters on a weekend basis. Gator Lane comes over, brings small gators. You can pet them, play with them. It's a cool nature experience just to bring a little bit of awareness and fun of what we are all about here in Florida. That is about what we offer on a regular basis. But we also have seasonal memories. And right now we're entering my favorite time of the year with the weekend Halloween fun. So what are we doing? We're having a garden Christmas fun where you're gonna have beer tasting, pretzel making, and that is gonna be over the weekend. We're also gonna have the trick or treating for the kids all around the property to make sure that everyone gets some candy. And for the adults, we have the Spooky Spirits class. This is going to be a whiskey class where you're going to learn how to make your whiskey, making concussions with bourbon. So fun for everyone, the kids and the adults. Also, another one of my favorite events that we host is swimming with mermaids. Who would think? But yes, Elle the Mermaid, it's on site to have a glowing party. We turn on the music, the mermaids come out, you're at the pool, we're having fun, you're dancing, and it's the fun for all ages. Mermaid Elle is very well known in the Central Florida area and is one of our best mermaids that we can have on site. Addition to that, we're preparing for Christmas, and it's the holiday fun. We're gonna have holiday dining starting with Thanksgiving dinners, and our 12 days of seasonal fun. That's right, starting with making your own letters to Santa. Santa and Mrs. Claus will be present to take your letters, take your requests, as well as from also having a drone show. We're having a drone show. We're having Santa going floating around because it's Florida, so you can still be out there having some sun. And we're also preparing to create the biggest Christmas village in the entire hotel. The village is going to take from the outside, from the inside, and it's going to have activities placed all over the resort. So make sure you stay tuned to learn more about the Christmas village. So, in a nutshell, what is out there to know about the World Center Marriott? We are the largest Marriott in the world with over 2,000 guest rooms, more than 10 distinctive dining options. Don't forget about your coffee fix with Starbucks. We have a water park, which was also named the best water park hotel in Orlando by Forbes in 2024. We have Pool Oasis 2025 as the best 15 best family resorts in Florida by Forbes. We have 24-hour fitness center. We have the daily shuttles that are very important for Disney and Disney Springs. And a year-round of fun. Always the sun, always available. So thank you so much. I hope you get to enjoy a little bit of how excited I am about this property. You get to learn a little bit about this property and can't wait to see you over here.
Yes. Oh my God, it's amazing. Thank you, Sarah. And we're going to have a little Q&A right at the end of the presentation. P.S. I love the little luggage and the little heart airplane that you put for spoiled agent. I love
Of
that.
course.
And we'll have our next speaker come in. That's Melissa, who's going to start sharing now. And then at the very end, we'll have a break for answering any of the questions that you might have. So please feel free to add your questions. I forgot to remind everyone to the Q&A box right here in Zoom. If you have any questions, I know there's a couple that came in. One just came in real quick, actually, in the chat box. If you're still listening, Sarah, what dates are the seasonal festivities? They said.
Absolutely. I'm actually going to type them out so they can have all the information.
Oh, that's great. And any other questions you have, please help us out. Just throw it on the Q&A so we can answer those questions for you. And I'm going to introduce now Melissa Grzybowski, who's the Senior Sales Executive, to tell you about the beautiful Renaissance SeaWorld. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sabrina. So like she said, I am with the Renaissance Orlando at SeaWorld. So we are pretty much an Orlando staple. We've been around since 1984. So a lot of people who are local to Orlando really know the Renaissance and they know us for our famous brunches from back in the day. So I'll talk a little bit about that later, but we really like to give guests the DNA of our neighborhood. So if you're familiar with the Renaissance brand, we truly like to get you to feel the Orlando neighborhood within our hotel. And we do that through our cuisine, through our outlets, and through the people who work there. So just to give you a feel of our location, so we are directly across from SeaWorld. So a lot of times guests can really walk directly from our parking lot into SeaWorld's parking lot. However, we do provide shuttles as well. But we are really centrally located. As you can see, we have the Orlando International Airport just 12 miles, and then all of the famous attractions. We are less than 10, actually less than 7 miles to all of the major theme parks, including Epic Universe is only 5 miles. So really good location if you have guests that are looking to do multiple theme parks during their Orlando vacation. So a little bit about our guest rooms. So we are a pretty large property. We have 781 guest rooms, all of which are oversized. 465 of those are queens, 65 different suite types, and then 400 of those are connecting rooms. This is such a great fact to know about us because I know we have so many families traveling in and out, and oftentimes hotels may not be able to get you a connecting room, and more often than not, we are able to accommodate those requests for our agents. So some of the pictures of our guest rooms, as you see, these are all oversized rooms. So I would say a standard size guest room is just under 400 square feet. And ours is almost 500 square feet for just a standard size. So if you do have guests that are traveling on a budget and they do not have the capacity to upgrade to a suite, you have plenty of room and you still feel that you have space with your families. So you have your two queen beds, and we have balconies as well that overlook SeaWorld. So you have a really beautiful view there. And then we have also atrium views as well. So these two pictures here are our standard rooms. And that right picture on the end there is one of our balconies in one of the suites. So it's a large size balcony. All of our guest rooms comes with premium internet, our refrigerators, flat panel streaming TVs as well. And some more of our guest rooms. So pictured here is our presidential suite. So if you have those larger families traveling in, these could fit up to 15 guests. And they do connect to a queen or a king. And then we have smaller suite options for somebody who's just looking for a little bit more extra room, the one bedroom suite, junior, and the corner king suite. All right, so beverage and food outlets. So we have plenty of options on site here. Our newest addition to our property is on the top left here. This is Bella Grove Provisions. Bella Grove is going to be your grab and go option. If you wanted to just grab something to take to the park with you, pack it up, we have that option. But we also have really nice ready-to-made sandwiches, fresh soups, salads, and we have a beautiful pizza oven that we imported straight from Italy. Just really great pizzas there. And then we also have wine, liquor, we have an ice cream station. So plenty of options just for the whole family if you wanted to just do a quick bite. and that opened last year in spring of April. So that's fairly new. And then the second picture here, we have our Mist. This is Mist Wine Bar and Lobby Bar. This is kind of where everybody hangs out and in the evening time. This is just such a great gathering place. We hold our evenings at Renaissance here, which I'll talk about a little bit later. But they also serve tapas style food, so great food options, great sushi, just some nice place to grab a cocktail after a long day at the parks or just to hang out after a meeting. And then we have trade winds here. So this is our breakfast and lunch option. So we have a pretty extensive buffet. It's a little bit hard to see from the picture, but the restaurant goes all the way back there, and we have so many local favorites that we like to bring to the buffet. It's just a really good option for you for breakfast if you're looking to have a more hearty breakfast because there's so many options here, and you really don't want to miss anything that's on the buffet line because it is that good. And then it's also open for lunch as well. And what's really nice is we really take pride here in our food and beverage options. Our chefs are constantly updating and changing our menus. They really like to add their local touch to it. So, just for an instance, right now we have one of our chefs who is from Jamaica, and we have a lot of Jamaican inspired lunch options on here because that's his background and he has so much passion about it. So it's just really fun to see their creativity through the food. And then our other option here on the right is Boardwalk Bar and Grill. So this is going to be one of our dinner options. This will be open from 4 p.m. until midnight. So it's open pretty late. And this will be more of your steaks, burgers, wings, family kind of sports bar restaurant. And then our last one pictured here on the bottom left will be our Palms Pool Bar and Grill. So this is open from lunchtime, so 11 a.m. to 4. This gets your fresh sushi, salads while you're dining at the pool. I've heard they've had some really nice margaritas as well. And it's just another overview here of our resort pool and our aqua zone. So this is our resort style pool here, just sitting right across from Palms Pool Bar. And then this is our aqua zone. And what I love about our aqua zone is that it is separate from our main pool area. And if you have little ones like me, I feel very secure because it is gated and I don't have to worry about my daughter getting lost. So for me, I love that. And anybody else with little kids, I'm sure you'll understand that. And this is just a nice high level overview of the property. As you see, we have a lot of green space here. So it's great for those kids to run around. We do a lot of games. We call it our lawn. So we'll have hula hoop contest. We'll do gaming night. We have the big Jengas. So there's always something fun to do if your friends, if your family is doing a day at the resort, and they're not doing parks a day, there's plenty to do on the resort that you don't feel like you have to get out. We do have a really nice fitness center and a yoga studio. We do recently have the Peloton bikes, which is nice. So it's a pretty extensive gym as well. We have plenty of a space. We do have a yoga studio in the back here as well. And occasionally, we do have a yoga instructor who will come and do classes on the weekends. Okay, so some additional amenities here. We do have on-site laundry. This is coin operated, but just again, just a nice option to have, especially when you're doing those longer stays. We do have an arcade gaming room for the kiddos or for the adults as well. We have a newly renovated gift shop, a spa, and the day bed rentals, you can rent those out through the day. You could just do that with the front desk. And then we have evenings at Renaissance, which I'll talk again about on the next slide. And then our shuttle services goes to all of the major theme parks, even Epic Universe and the iDrive premium shopping outlets. So I mentioned evenings at Renaissance. If you're familiar with this brand, this is our bar ritual and we hold it once a week and this is held in Mist Lobby Bar. This is complimentary to all guests and it's just a fun way to get people out of their rooms, to connect with each other and really connect with the bartender and our staff as well. Like I said, they love to explore their cocktails and just kind of what they come up with. And I put our October menu here and as you see, it is definitely geared towards spooky season. So we have a lot of fun cocktail activations going on. They also do this in mocktail versions as well for not everybody who drinks cocktails. So it's just, again, just a really fun and exciting time. And this is always flyers all around the hotel and our front desk will let the guests know this as well. Going to our resort fee and SeaWorld benefits. So we are a official SeaWorld partner. What that means is, oops, sorry about that. Let me get it back here. Sorry, guys. Okay. So with it being official SeaWorld partner, you do get entrance early to the park. So you can get there as early as 8 a.m. some of the mornings, which is really good. They have an official calendar up on our website as well as SeaWorld's website when you book. And then you get 20% off selected food and merchandise while you're in the parks. So this is a huge deal if you're grabbing your souvenirs there and also to save on food. And at times they do exclusive promotions, specifically during the holiday season as well. Now, what our resort fee includes is our shuttle service to all of the theme parks, and you do get a welcome beverage as well that you can use at any of the outlets. So again, it could be cocktail or a mocktail, but you could utilize that, and that's one per stay. And then you do get upgraded Wi-Fi as well. All right, so I know a lot of you are excited about this. We do have agent benefits. So we do have travel agent rates that are set throughout the year, but we also have fantastic rates. So if you guys are familiar with that, that is our Marriott program. Okay, so this is changes throughout the year. So we have different promotions going on, especially during low season. So this is, I'm sorry, that is just a great advantage to take advantage of. The website I've listed on there, as you can see. Let me go back here. Sorry, guys.
You are all good.
Oh
Don't
my gosh,
worry.
too
We
many
can talk
clicking.
about the
I know, too
properties
many clicking.
and fam rates all day long, right,
I
guys?
know,
Don't
our
worry.
family.
Now
Yes,
we
so if
get
you
to
have
think
to.
about experiencing it for ourselves. It's so great.
Yes, yeah. And you really do need to experience it for yourself. So I highly encourage you, if you are not a part of the Fantastic program, please take a note of this website here. I can also put that in the chat for you. So once you log into your agent portal, you'll go on to Hotel Excellence, and it's going to be an overview of Marriott brands and everything Marriott and Marriott Bonvoy. But you get access to so many great rates. You guys, I definitely highly recommend you to do this, okay? And then here's also my business card and my information. But again, it was such a pleasure to speak with all of you. And thank you again, Sarah and Sabrina, for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. I'm just getting your information into the chat as well. Look at all the hearts and the love. You both, Melissa and Sarah, you did such an amazing, amazing job. I'm just including your info here for everyone to be able to reach out by email to either of you. So I've got Sarah's in there in the chat box, and here comes Melissa's.
Thank
And we appreciate you, agents, for being here, for listening, and we appreciate the presentations you both did. I think we have to go for 2 weeks now, at least, to Orlando, and 1 week at each. And now
Love
we
it.
know all
Yes.
the things to do and experience while we're there. Wow. We do have a few questions in here that I would love to just read out so we can answer. I'll also check within our Facebook community if there are any questions. First one is for you, Melissa. Melissa, will SeaWorld bring back the 80s and 90s R&B concert series?
No plans yet, but that is definitely something that I can work with our leisure team. I know I've heard so many good things about that, so I'll definitely bring that to them. Absolutely.
Wonderful. And so many great comments in the chat box too. If you have a chance to read those, Melissa and Sarah, just lots of love from the agents and appreciation for the presentation. No rush to read it. Of course, we'll send it to you as well. Will you be offering a shuttle to Universal in the future? I believe that's a question for you, Sarah.
Yes, so right now we were running a special with the opening of Epic to provide transportation to Epic Universe. Moving forward, as where we are located in the Lake Buena Vista area, we're going to keep our shuttle service more into Disney parks and Disney Springs for the moment. If we see a rise of need that our guests are requesting it, I do believe that we can work some magic and try to do if we can add on a route. But as of right now, I believe we have one going to Epic. It will end by the end of November, if I'm not mistaken, and then we'll continue our shuttle services to Disney parks for timing.
Perfect. And I guess that's the same question. It's in there a couple times, I think, right? I have one more, not about the hotels themselves, but on the Marriott Partner Privileges registration, where we enter the IATA information. Should I put my host agency as the company name and their information or mine?
I think
I
it's the host agency, right, Sarah?
correct.
I believe so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
go ahead.
the IATA information that you're putting in should be also the host agency that represents the IATA number, so that it can just link accordingly to the company, the host that you are representing.
Perfect.
You
So
can
many
always
great.
send us a
Go ahead.
note, Sorry. You can always send us a note. If you're doing something like this, give us a heads up. That helps us to be prepared and prepare our front desk team just to, keep us in the loop because we're always here and available to help.
Absolutely. Well, it's been just absolutely wonderful. I've got so many great comments. The chat is miles and miles and miles long with all the wonderful feedback. I do want to give everyone the page for the Orlando World Center Marriott on Spoiled Agent. I'm just going to say check Spoiled Agent because I might take too long to type it all out for their page here. So here's the link, everyone. So you can find this beautiful property here and that you can look for the FAM rates, the travel agent rates. There's contact information, there's fact sheets. Do you know what I love the most? Me just thinking about from the hotel and sales point of view. I love how you've got the room layout there. So you've got the layout of the family room and these great fact sheets. There's these great packages and promos and everything there. So that page is on Spoiled Agent, and you can find that information there. I've also included, of course, Melissa's and Sarah's information. I want to say thank you so much for everyone who tuned in live. And I'm excited because all of you today that tuned in live are going to be the first entries into our new monthly sweepstakes to win $250 in a gift card. So that is going to go every month. I think it's the first Thursday of the following month that we will announce the winner, and it's going to go every month. So the more webinars you watch live, the more that you are going to win. So again, so every single webinar we have, we're going to be entering you in. So if you're on our social channels, make sure to add your email. If you're here on Zoom, you're automatically entered. All you need to do is, of course, watch the webinar through. And yeah, we're going to start giving you more things to be excited about. Susan says, I have many more families now doing combo Disney Universal, especially now with Universal adding the new park, of course. Hotels that offer shuttles to both would be great. This is great. And it's
Awesome.
wonderful because everything is close by too, right?
Right, right. With the new layout of how the city is being accommodating the new park, is connecting, connecting roads and things. But thank you so much, Susan, for the feedback. Because that is something that I can take back and say, hey, we need to add more transportation and see how we can work around those things. Just to be able to service everyone. One thing, do not forget, remember that iTrolley opportunity that Visit Orlando and the city has created, right? The iTrolley is a wonderful way to get around all Orlando. It stops in SeaWorld, it stops in Universal, it stops in Disney, it stops in the outlets, and it's a $2 ride. So don't forget about that one. We're happy to share also a link for about that, so you can have the information as well.
Wonderful. And thank you for all the great comments, Jerry, Neil, all of you guys. Oh, and Melissa's saying only six. I don't think that went to everyone. So only $6. You can unmute. So what is $6? Sorry.
For a round trip for all
Oh my
day.
gosh,
Yeah.
that's nothing.
Yeah, it's nothing. Isn't
Okay,
that good? Everybody,
wonderful.
maybe I wonder what I have.
Okay, and what would you recommend? We have another question that just came in. Agents, if you have to go, we understand the presentation's over, but any questions that you have, please feel free to stay and learn more. So from Natalie, what would you recommend for 9 adults and 6 children? That's for Sarah.
I would say our Fairwind suite or the Governor suite is a great layout because it connects actual two rooms with two queen beds plus the living room space plus the sofa bed, and then if you can do a connecting to that suite to another queen or the bunk bedroom. So you tell us if we can play with it. I know it is yes, the fairway suite. We can play with the layout. And I always like for our agents to know if you're working with a client, they have certain needs, you can always reach out to us and we can play Tetris over here for you as well. So we can accommodate as best as possible for everyone.
I love that. You can play Tetris over there to sort it out. That is amazing.
We
I love
try.
that. I love that. I
We
love
try.
that. So you can, because
American
you
and
guys
we
are there
try.
for
We
service.
try.
I love that. That's fantastic. Okay, Julia says, pick me, pick me. So the winner goes out later in the month. So don't worry, everyone's name's going to go. So Julia, go to as many webinars as you can live because your name will be in there umpteen times. The more times you go, the more chances you have to win. And so I would love to ask Melissa if you have any final words before we give the closing remarks to Sarah. If you anything you'd like to share before we sign off.
No, just thank you guys again for having me, allowing me to present my hotel to you guys. If you haven't been, definitely take advantage of those fantastic rates. We do special promotions all throughout the year around fantastic rates, just so you guys can experience that. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. Again, we're such a central location, and again, shuttles to all the theme parks. It's really a good option for you, for your families, for your clients. So definitely. Please feel free to reach out to me. Thank you again.
Okay, you're so welcome. And sorry, this came just now live from Facebook. Some SeaWorld hotels offer entrance as long as you're staying there. Is Renaissance like this?
So you don't, so you have to book a package. So you have to
Okay,
book the SeaWorld ticket package.
that makes sense
Yeah.
completely. Okay, perfect. And then we're going to hear from Sarah, our lovely supplier partner that booked this webinar and brought us all this great content. Thank you, Sarah. Any final notes?
Oh, no, I just want to say thank you. Thank you to everyone for tuning in, for always being so engaging. I love all the reactions, the emojis, the questions. It just, that feed us, and it is, we feel the love and we love you back. And just know we are an extension to you. So you're not alone on this. If there are questions, if you need more photography, if you need more information, Sabrina and her team is wonderful. We can provide everything for you to make yourself better. And we hope to see you in Orlando,
I
right?
know.
We hope to see you very, very soon.
Wonderful. And we have in the chat, thanks for the iRide note as well. And I'll share that for all of you on Facebook. Here it comes. You guys are just a wealth of information and so kind and with such great properties. It was such a pleasure having you both. We hope to see you again, all of you, really soon, or even better, see you in Orlando. Bye for now.
Orlando. Bye.